Alright, so we've finished all the so-called episodes available so far, which are just a tutorial. But, did I already? I have to like do my channel logo here. Which I guess is just kind of that. But, you know what? I have plenty of room here. There you go. See if this looks ridiculous showing up somewhere. They gave you a lot of vertical space for that signature, and not a lot of horizontal space, so it's their own fault. Oh, old worms. Do we not have the bounce board in this game? That was literally my favorite innovation of the second game. It's the thing that I was envious of in the second game when I only had the first game back in the day. I do have to say so far, the assets in this feel very weird, because you have the assets that are very clearly created for the first game, or for the console versions, I mean to say. And then you have this other team making original assets for this game that do not at all match. But oh well. Well, I could do that. First, I want to destroy these things. Oh, I never liked arcades. Go away. That's a lie, but... Okay. Nothing crazy over here. This brings us down to the garden. It's not telling us different things. Interesting. Rubble slash path. Okay, interesting double functionality there. I'd like to see some of these different screens. Well, this is more akin to the journal. Interesting use of music that was actually in the console version there, but for a very different purpose. I wonder if they have occasional music playing during the day in this game, like before. Piñata Pyramid. Oh shoot. There's a Piñata tier list apparently. Just things here. Look at my signature up there. I can't point to the top screen. I don't have the cursor visible up there. I guess I could change that. Certificates for things. For what? Who knows? Whereas for piñatas, we have... Okay, so we've got the usual... visiting, resident, romance, and master romancer. Well, master romancing is still a thing. I have a feeling there's no way you have to breed as many piñatas as you did in the console version to get master romancer, because that would just mean so many piñatas in a garden, and I don't think this game will let you have that many piñatas in a garden. Because you'd have to have 7 of a... In the console versions, Master Romancer was awarded by you having 7 of a particular species in your garden. You didn't even have to romance them to do it. You could get a Master Romance award without getting a Romance award. I also see variant. There's only 1 box for variants. I guess there's just 1 variant for each. Interesting. I already looked at... okay. What? Oh. That's weird. Okay. The player screen just also lets you redundantly go to other places. They're already on this screen. Very nice. And alright, the rewards is also redundant, isn't it? Wait, no, hold on. I didn't go to the encyclopedia at all. I was just in the awards screen. It's how to, whatever. No nice animations for these things anymore. Pretty similar stuff here as before. You still got fertilizer, apparently. Other random stuff. Coins. Don't know if these... we'll see if I notice whether these descriptions are reused from anywhere. I have a feeling they will be. Got sours. I won't dig through everything right now. Okay. Not that there's much more to dig through anyways. Stuff I did in the tutorial does not register in here, so... Anyways, they really want me to... That's a remnant of a house. Except this time the house is actually rendered in 3D, that's funny. Let's get rid of the extra stuff in here first, though. No, okay, that's just there. I can't do anything about it. I guess I'll be able to maybe break it or something when my garden inevitably expands. In fact, you can see there is space for my garden to expand, unlike in the tutorial. Yeah, look at this. There's clearly room for my garden to expand now. I guess they had a different backdrop just for the tutorial. That's strange. Okay, yeah, we'll absolutely have an expansion of our garden here. It is funny how in the universe, this really just means the whole garden expansion thing, that you have to start off with a garden that is, you can make it as nice as you want, but it has to be surrounded by a moat of ugly. Big garbage bin here, jeez. It is raining now. Not very convincing. It didn't even get darker or anything, it's just kind of... There are awkward looking drops now. Okay. It's kind of cool getting to see in real time what your terrain makeup is on in your garden, though. I don't know if I was able to. I think I was able to see any of the stuff to break in here on that screen, unfortunately. I do not like this raining sound effect, to be honest. I didn't mind it back in. Oh well, I can't do that yet. I didn't mind it back in. The nice animation up top, guys. Man, very, very good. Nice imitation of the animation there. What was I even gonna say? I lost my train of thought there. But I was also thinking, oh, can I not go to town yet? I guess I can. That's weird. Yeah, I cannot. Huh. I was thinking, huh, can I use the usual trick here for how to get my cursor over here? Oh, did I accidentally tap on? Yeah, that's what happened. So can I look at you and just like learn about you somehow? So if I double tap on you, it zooms in, and then I can look at your journal entry. Oh, I already know what it's already showing me what their eggs look like and what their colors are. That's weird. Those things don't get filled in. You have to make those things fill in back in console versions. The foundation of a successful garden. Not when I played the console version of this game, because I obligated them to never appear. Like, you can play the cinematic. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that beautiful cinematic. Very good, you guys. Oh. Oh. It tells you how to get the variant? What's the point of that? Never mind discovery. Jeez. Does the game just tell you everything immediately? Like back in the console versions, you also couldn't learn how to... Yeah, there was a tier for learning how to do the different things here. They had to appear... I think they had to appear before you learn their visit requirements. You tended not to have a way to know their appear requirements before they even appeared, although sometimes you could. You could kind of worm your way into accessing the journal entry for a particular pinata you don't have yet if it happened to appear in somebody else's journal entry. Which was kind of a funny mechanic that was clearly deliberate, but doesn't make much sense in universe because you have to find a path to this entry that's not otherwise in the index. But only once they appeared would the visit requirements show up, only once they visited would the visit requirements show up, and so on and so on. In fact, it wouldn't even show all the requirements for these things either at the same time. You had to fulfill one before it would show more, or something to that effect, which I always found obnoxious. But it is weird having all these things show up at once. Man, look at that texture on this guy. That's not really recognizable as a world to me, to be perfectly honest. The slideshows up top are hilarious. I like the number of decimal places of precision on the percentage on the top right, by the way. Yeah, so can I not... Oh, hi, you're here now. Man, look at him beat away on the DS on the bottom right there. That's amazing. But, can I not, like, look at the statistics of a given pinata or something on here? Maybe I have to go to the residence page to do that. Also, hi, Willie. I already met you because we had a tutorial about this. Cool, thanks. I'm a little confused by how there's apparently an up arrow on the top screen? Ah, very nice. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's what the... I hadn't quite... Somehow I had not quite comprehended. Even though the icon 100% says this, I was confused about the icon. How pressing this button actually flips the bottom and top screens, clearly. That is in fact what that does. Yeah, and I can still move around while I'm here, too. I just can't, use the touchscreen, obviously. That's very interesting. But anyways, using the buttons, so L brings you up here, brings you to the overview. R flips the screens. Very good. So I got all these guys. So these aren't really marked as red or unread or anything, just a little awkward, but okay. But yeah, can I not, like, look at your details anywhere? I can look at worlds more generally, cool, but... Okay, if I go to residents, can I look at their details here? And change their names here. Well, hold on. So if I select... Okay, so that's the thing. So right now, I don't have anything highlighted. So on the top screen, it shows me this stuff, the train percentage and so on. If I highlight someone, now I see their status and whatnot. Their happiness is just on them. It's not really a meter. It's just kind of a face, which is odd. But also there aren't like other stats to know about them and so on. That's odd. I can open up their species page. I will say, hey, no loading screens for opening up the journal. That's fantastic. That's authentically really nice. I can name everyone. I'll follow the usual conventions here of naming these the first two residents of each sort. Oh, interesting. Can I move around and then and then highlight them this way? That's nice. Just the usual sort of. You can see how their happiness reacts to something. I got a certificate apparently. I have in fact named a Piñata, so we basically name caller. Awesome. So the name will not tell me how to get these. Like usual, I don't really know what the end criteria for completing this playthrough will be. Probably similar to the other two games, though. Where I essentially just say, hey, I'm gonna at least see all the species, romance all the species. And beyond that, we'll just kind of see. Anyways, one last thing I'd like to do is, well, I don't know if I expect to do this whole thing in this episode. We're almost out of time for today. But before we move on with doing stuff with the worms, I would like to prepare my garden here, make it look all nice. Fortunately, we don't seem to have a, at least so far, we appear not to have any means of quickly getting rid of all the dry earth here, or rubble slash path apparently. Apparently we call it rubble now instead of dry earth or cracked earth. I don't remember what it was called precisely. Which is strange to me, but... the always necessary part of inaugurating a new garden. But yeah, of course the fast way to do it was always to use the crates that you get from the post office. Oh, that's not what my cursor's supposed to look like. It would be nice just to have a garden that... It makes such a big difference to not have your garden just be like... whatever you'd call it. Whatever not friendly to life sort of look you get. Yes, it's apparently kind of night now. The light doesn't really change that much, it feels like. I guess it is getting darker now. Yeah, the hostile to life look that you get from all the cracked earth and whatnot is not usually what I want. I don't know if we only have the one garden. No one said anything about having more gardens yet. Presumably you can have more than one, because how else are you going to fit all the piñatas in there? I can go for different aesthetics. Including potentially, like I did back in at least one of the other games, maybe both, having a garden where we actually deliberately have the whole thing covered in cracked earth and whatnot. On the other hand, in this game apparently this is just path, so you can probably just put it down wherever you want. It's not a special resource like before that you can only get from a new garden. I want to get rid of this last bit of rubble / path, wherever it is. I will find it. There we go, all dirt. Cool. So, next time we'll put down some grass, I think. We'll grass everything up, and we'll get started on breeding these worms, and everything will follow from there. So we'll probably have the usual explosion of new species appearing, and you wanting to do things with them, and so on, like usually happens in these games. Alright, see you then.